Hiya Dave, great to meet up with you and do a session on the range yesterday. Just a quick recap on the key points that we covered. Quite an interesting session in regards to your approach to things. Obviously, new addition on the way, business to run, very busy and about to become a busier man. So what we're looking for is to achieve a lower maintenance golf swing. Now, if we take a little look at the two P6 positions on the left hand side of your screen, looking very, very similar in parts. One thing that we do notice, however, is that the P6 on the bottom left, which is looking, in my opinion, a lot better, the weight is forward more. Now, one of the things we talked about, we looked at the graphs and the different sort of images to illustrate this, was that every good player has got 80 to 90% of the weight forward at impact. Now, the issues that we find with your golf swing at the moment are, and have done over the years, that the head comes off the wall. That results in the club getting stuck a little bit behind you, and then there's quite a high overtaking rate. So as we come through impact, we see the club passing the hands quite quickly. So again, club passes the hands quite quickly, head comes off the wall. And we need to look at why that's happening. Well, one of the reasons is we spend so much time trying to get back across to the golf ball because the weight isn't far enough forward at setup. So if we set up like we see here on the top left, that's fine as long as you move that weight forward during the downswing. So you've got to go from 50-50 to 80-20. So there's got to be a 30% shift of your weight during your downswing to produce the impact position that we want. If we don't, and we hang back a little bit like we did on this one, the centre of the hips doesn't get far enough forward. The left knee doesn't get out in front of the left ankle. You can see here already that the hips, again, aren't far enough forward. There's not enough pressure going into that lead leg, so we're not compressing the golf ball, and we start to hit up on it a little bit excessively. The right shoulder drops back, and that in turn can increase the rate at which the club closes down. You can see there as you come through impact on this one, club closes down dramatically just through impact. So the club face turned over way too much as it comes through the ball. Or what we can do is we can look at a swing where the weight has gone forward more coming into the golf ball because it's set forward more at setup. So rather than a shifting style of swing, we're looking for a more stable style of swing. So really what we're doing is we're presetting what we want to look for at impact. We want the hip centre forward. We want the left knee out in front of the left ankle. And we want the hips further forward. So all these things can be achieved by putting them in there a little bit more at setup. As we go back, we're more on top of the golf ball at the top of the backswing. We now don't need to shift across because everything's where we need it to be anyway. There's a little shift, but instead of going from 50 to 80, we're now going from 65, maybe 70 to 80 in the lead leg. You can see the big difference in the location of the hips coming into the golf ball. We just get rid of the lines there now. The lead hip is substantially further forward now at impact, or coming into impact, than it was at the start of your session. So although without the lines they don't look massively different, when we put the lines in place, the hips are further forward, the weight is further forward. Remember that as you're coming through impact, it's the sliding of the hips that help you maintain your head position against the wall. The club face does not close down as rapidly and therefore does not overtake the hands as quickly coming into impact. So if we look at the difference between the line of the shaft here and the line of the shaft here. So we're spending way too much time trying to shift back across and that in turn is compromising what we're doing with the club. On the bottom footage, we're making a more stable swing, and therefore we're able to control the club as it comes through the hitting area. Weight more forward at the top, less of a need to shift across in the downswing. Look at the difference between those two positions. Much more on top of the golf ball, much more in the shot. Continuing to move forward, a much more stable swing as opposed to a shifting swing. Good luck with it, and I look forward to watching your progress over the coming weeks. Well done.